press start.
I heard the sound. I got excited.
You started dancing before you hit the clock. Welcome to Face Jam, the show where we do, in fact, try every new fast food creation to let you know if you need it. Think we missed one? Fuck you, you're wrong. You probably do. I'm your host, Michael Jones, alongside my host, Jordan Cwierz. Jordan, how are you?
Feeling good.
But
Feeling good on a Tuesday.
So you would agree with me, right? Like, we have tried everything.
Sure.
And we'll just blanket statement that.
Yeah.
Where if someone says, hey, you haven't tried and then just like,
how do you know?
you hear, and then they just stop talking. Like, I don't know what happened.
Don't know what happened.
And
Yeah.
Also, you heard a car backfire, and then all of a sudden the person that was talking wasn't.
That's weird that those things happened independent of each other and have nothing to do.
Car backfire.
Why are these people who are asking this question around so many cars that backfire?
I don't know. Get out of the street. You know, millions of people die every year from traffic accidents.
Dangerous.
You gotta watch out. A lot of backfiring. A lot of cars backfiring.
Speaking of, oh no. Speaking of cars backfiring, we dodged a car backfiring because Eric almost made us go to Long John Silver's.
Oh, that is okay.
I forgot about
He
that.
was like,
Michael, I don't think knew where we were going until we got there today.
He ended up sending us like 5 places, but the first one was Long John.
I knew, and then I forgot.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, and then he remembered.
Long John Silver has...
Jordan, I remembered when we walked in.
Yeah.
I went, oh, right.
I
It's
heard you go, as we walked in, you went, I forgot we were, oh, yeah.
Yeah. I walked in and I said, oh, yeah, today we're reviewing P.F. Chang's holiday menu.
That's right.
Remember when I said that? And then you said, why did you say that like you read it on the format sheet? And then I said, that's how I'll say it later.
He did it. He nailed it.
That's just how Michael talks.
Yep.
That is how I talk.
We were going to do Long John Silver, a place that we said we'd never do, but they were doing cheese curds.
Yeah, it was really confusing.
But I thought we liked cheese curds.
We do like cheese
curds. It was a weird situation
but
to
it's
be
cheese
in.
curds from a fish fry place.
From a fishman.
Interesting.
It's cheese curds from a fishman.
Is that fish cheese? Can fish make cheese?
This is a
No,
great
they are
question.
not mammals.
Damn.
I don't think it was a good question, actually.
No, I
Eric.
thought it was a good. Michael, I thought it was a good question.
Can I make cheese?
Yeah.
I make cheese, but I don't make any cheese that you'd want to eat. Trust me.
Yeah, no.
This is that scene from Meet the Parents.
He's the Robert De Niro type.
Well, it's an offshoot.
Putting our own spin on it.
Robert De Niro wasn't making milk. I can make cheese.
Yeah. Someone was the cat. I don't really remember.
The cat was the cat.
The
bro.
cat
The
was
cat.
the cat.
That was Jinx.
That was.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the cat's name?
And Eric,
Like you don't
Jinxie
know.
Cat. Jinxie Cat.
Oh, okay. I don't remember that.
Yeah, remember this?
Oh yeah.
he
Michael
did
is
that.
doing my eyes in his eyes and then
And
going
looking
back
at
and
you.
forth. Yeah.
Remember when he found a different cat and just spray painted its tail to like look like the other cat?
Yeah.
That's what Michael did to Eric. At
Yeah,
ITX.
I did do that. Except I sprayed Eric to look like a better version of himself. Is the difference?
Well, we were trying to make him look like old Eric.
Right.
Come on.
See-
She checked all of her ideas equally.
The difference in Jinxie Cat was that it was an imposter. He was spraying to make it look like it.
Right.
I was dealing with the real Eric. I was just trying to turn back Father Time.
Right.
And Father Time does not want to let go.
She looked at all of us and asked for all of our IDs today.
Right. Yeah. So we got ID.
She
today,
really only asked for
and
Michael's.
And I yelled at Eric for even taking out his wallet. She kept saying, "You're fine. You're fine. You're fine.
Don't hurt yourself."
And he kept saying, "Ah!" and pulling out his ID.
He was like, I got it.
To know how old I am. I've brought my sons here for lunch.
I did keep saying dad.
Yeah. We didn't do Long John.
I remember I said, Dad's excited to go out to eat. It's his first paycheck.
Yeah.
He can finally treat us.
And then just outwardly kept speaking some sort of narrative, I guess, that in my mind that your children have been taking care of you your whole life. And now that you're gray, you've got your first paycheck.
You can return the favor.
And you're taking us to PF Chang.
I'm finally a junior foreman on the job site, and instead of going to Panda Express like you all suggested, PF Chang's for my boys.
No, we're going one up, boys.
You took us to PF Chang's to day drink, and no one could have been more excited than our waitress.
They put us in a corner booth like the Sopranos, and everybody had to come over and pay respects.
It was It
Well,
was. We
not
might as
everyone
well-
was. Not everyone was paying respect.
Some of these people are looking at us side eye.
Almost flew out of this. Okay, calm down, everybody.
This episode is going to be 90% talking about what we did at the restaurant because
absolutely.
there was a lot lot that happened.
Yeah.
Also, we were there for a while.
Yeah,
on
it was
the
a
way
long-
back,
I'm still not sure why it's 2 o'clock.
Jordan said, "How is it 2 o'clock already?" And I have to do a whole other podcast.
Yeah, you're
after
fucked.
this.
You're fucked.
I also was the only one that got seconds on drinks.
What?
And made the point to say out loud to the woman who wasn't our waitress.
No.
Right. This
No,
is a
she's
different
like the
one.
general manager.
So she really stepped in it.
Yep.
She had no idea what she was walking into, and I loudly proclaimed, they have to go back to work, giving her the bait that I knew she would take, in which she went, haha, but you don't. And then I just smiled and looked at everyone and shook my head.
When in
and
fact, you probably have to do more
You
work
have the
than
most
any of
work
us.
to do.
Those were good drinks, though.
They were great.
The entire rest of the building loved them.
Oh, man. So we got.
We might as well have been put in the middle of this
Can I also
with
say
the way
too,
people were
yeah,
walking
can
up
I
to
also
us.
say too, as funny as it was, what a sad state of the world.
Yeah.
In which the most outrageous thing that I've done in my life in recent history, apparently, was go to PF Chang's and get the drink at the top of the menu.
Yes.
Because that means everyone in the restaurant will stop by on the way out and go, what is that?
Everyone
I have
had
to know.
something to say.
I have to know. My life, I mean, it's not complete. Look at me, young man. I don't have much time left. I'm on borrowed time.
I'm missing one
I
thing.
might not make it to the door.
Yeah.
What is this drink?
Oh, my God.
And then a car backfired, and they never knew.
And all of a sudden, that woman stopped talking.
It was. We got there and we had to wait a couple of minutes because there was a wait at PF Chang's.
Which was weird because it didn't look that crowded.
It was far too.
Yeah.
we went to
we got there and it just, again, not really paying attention or caring. I just went, seems like it's taking a long time. We got there and I went, is this the closest one? And you went, well, no. But
Yeah. There was one downtown.
the other one's
but then
downtown. And then that was it. The conversation was over. And I went,
It was 20 more minutes of us talking about how we hate parking.
parking downtown.
Just it made me furious that you made the right move.
Yep.
We didn't go downtown, but I'm still angry for some reason because I'm because I'm 35.
Right. It should be easier.
And now if you mention downtown, I'm furious. And I just started complaining about Austin.
Downtown. Let me tell you about downtown.
And about what kind of fucked up city makes you drive down alleys that don't look like a road when you're just afraid another car is going to come.
You just got to roll the dice and hope that your car can outram them.
It spawned 30 minutes of complaining.
It really was a majority of the time that we just sat in the lobby of the PF Chang's was us going, parking.
Yeah. Well, because we weren't vibing yet.
Yep.
Once we sat down, let me tell you, I got sucked up and into the atmosphere that PF Chang's was putting out.
PF Chang's might rule.
Here's the thing, too.
It actually might. I had never been to a PF Chang's before.
Here's the thing.
I was unsure, and then when I went in, I was like, yeah, I've never been to a place like this before.
Here's the thing about it. I got to say, too. One, atmosphere. It's good, right? It's not like that dead Fridays, Chili's.
No.
Oh, it's one of these.
No,
And
yeah.
it's kind of dark and there's ceiling fans everywhere and maybe something's upside down or something.
Yeah.
And there's just like random shit like, whoa, look, there's a Nerf dart on the wall. It's
Right.
not that, which is a step up.
It is
but
a
then,
step up, yeah.
But then also what's surprising is there's people there.
Yeah. There were a lot of people.
there were a
There's
lot of
people there
people, yeah.
eating. Yep. There's what's what I'm looking for. Customers.
Yes.
They're
Yeah.
customers.
Yeah.
Oh.
And we don't see
not
this
used,
very
not
much.
used to
No.
seeing those.
When we go face jamming out there in
which
the
is
middle
usually
of
on
the
a
day.
Tuesday.
12:30 to Tuesday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not typical.
This was dare I say normal?
Yeah.
Like
Felt like
felt like you went to a place where people are going.
It felt like a normal place where normal people go to and that normal people work at.
Yes.
Yes, and then one of those normal people was our waitress.
Yes.
And she said, "Hi. What would you like?"
Yeah.
I'm a normal person.
There was no guessing game about
Right,
cat or gun.
Right. Then she played her cards right, where like clearly could see we were fucking around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And opened the leeway.
She
of,
was like,
I
she
got
was-
some stories for
Yeah,
you.
she was kind of like, it was like, where were we? We were waiting for our second round of our third
steaks.
course.
Yeah.
It was maybe the weirdest way we've ever ordered food,
Yes.
which
Yeah.
was just
But
sort of.
But I liked it.
Oh, it was fine.
I
but
thought it was great.
Well, we ordered almost like a traditional Japanese restaurant,
Mhm.
and where you order like multiple times, even though it's PF Chang's, and that's not at all how that works.
No.
Yeah.
You just tell them what you want, but you kept. First of all, normally Eric goes, "This is what we're getting."
Right.
Mhm.
He was
He
really
seems confused.
Usually,
still.
yeah, he was
Not-
like
well, not
beating around the
confused, but
bush, but
he-
like
we're
acting,
we're
almost
sitting-
putting on a front of
Oh.
like, oh, we don't really know what we want. We're
sitting
thinking
there
about
at
this.
the table, and Eric's just going, I guess we're just gonna have to wing it. And I'm just kind of going, what does that even mean?
The whole
Do we
the
not
whole-
know what we're getting?
The whole
what does that
menu
even
we're
mean?
here for is right in front of you.
Right,
But
and
I
Eric was just
thought,
going, "How are
no.
we going to tackle this? I've
Well,
never
that's true.
seen such a
Because-
complicated equation
Because it
before."
was, are we going to start with the salad and the appetizer thing and then order the steak later? And then I went, well, we're going down the line. Let's do everything. So we went all the way down the line and then also added the drink, which I did not think we were going to get. And then Michael really corked that one, man.
Well, here's the thing: I didn't even get that drink.
No,
I
that's
ordered,
true.
I
You
ordered
ordered
a
something
fucking
else.
mojito,
That's true. And then Jordan went for it.
Jordan went flying out for the special.
When I was trying to write the haiku, I looked up like the menu to see like what was in this thing, and I was like reading it out loud and was like, I got to the drink, it was like, that sounds really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Like usually if there's like a cocktail or something, I'm not gonna get it at Tuesday at 12:30,
Mm-hmm.
but this one sounded so good,
Right.
and the fucking presentation of it is
The presentation
really
was
awesome.
incredible, and again, I don't know. Look, I'm not a professional investigator. Okay, not yet. I don't know where exactly the morality lies of PF Chang employees, but not just the customers. The goddamn employees were excited about this drink.
Everyone was
employees, the
stoked.
waitress, the manager.
The manager was like, well, so I ordered a mojito, and then
Yeah.
you were like, what? I don't even remember what the name of the
It's
drink
called
was.
Winter in Beijing.
Yeah.
Wow, you got the winter in Beijing.
The winter in Beijing
And then like
cocktail.
Nick jumped on it, then Eric jumped on it,
Yep.
and then I went, all right, switch mine.
And
Now
then
I
of
look
course
like an asshole.
everyone goes, yay!
Yeah. So then when the manager, and you could tell because he had a different color outfit on.
yeah.
You could
He had a-
tell
he had a
that,
tie.
Yep.
like he was bringing the drink, but it wasn't. Sometimes when you get the drinks, it's like what's that person
like a
called?
busboy.
Well, busboy usually cleans up,
Yeah,
not brings.
but it's like a runner.
It's,
It's
a,
like
run-
a-
it's like a
yeah.
runner of
Yeah.
like, look, I'm not your server. I'm helping your server.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then sometimes
Don't
it's
yell
the,
at me.
It's the opposite where you
Yes.
go, wait a minute, you're not a runner. You
Yeah.
have a tie.
Yep.
Yeah.
Are you undercover bossing me right now? And he goes, no, I'm not undercover, but he kept having a finger
he
mustache.
kept having a fake mustache.
He came over screaming just the fact that we ordered 4 of them.
So thrilled.
Right.
Delighted,
Yeah.
and then was talking
He
about
regaled
like,
us on a tale about like
he
how
re-
good they are.
He regaled us about a story about the drink, in which case they quote unquote rolled them out
Yeah.
somewhere. And I
he said he was at a conference, which I can only assume is like a PF Chang's
Chang's
conference where
dude,
they're
I'll
like,
go to a Chang off.
Dude.
Are you kidding me? If
Bro, we got Chang off?
Bro,
Chang Con?
If a PF Chang off is rolling out these drinks, they're probably rolling out food too.
Oh, yeah.
So fucking roll me out next.
Well, he was saying
Roll
that
me
he's
with
like,
it.
my sample was a whole one. And it was like, oh, hell yeah.
yeah, I just imagine like a pint glass full
Yeah,
of this
yeah.
cocktail.
So then he came back. Later though. We barely saw this man, but it was a delight every
Yes.
time he came by. And he came back and he was like, who dared for a second? And I was like, oh, that was me. And he's like, I knew you were my favorite for a reason. And I was like, I'm his favorite. I'm just saying the waitress likes us.
Yep.
I'm his favorite. We got old people.
Old people coming over to ask
just
us.
asking about the drink. We got people wanting to fight Eric.
what the
This is
fuck?
crazy. We haven't even gotten to exactly
I
the
know.
food yet.
I know.
So just so you know, the winter in Beijing is not on this list because I really didn't think we were going to get a drink at Tuesday.
That was
at
your
noon.
mistake.
That is my mistake. Grey Goose vodka, Nigori sake, lychee, lemon, and meringue.
Lychee?
Lychee.
It's one of those, right?
Either way,
it's a berry, right?
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And boy, it was fucking good and went down easy. It came with like a cranberry thing and like a sprig of rosemary. It looked like Christmas.
It looked like Christmas.
Oh, those were cranberries.
Yeah.
Yeah,
did you
cranberries
think that
taste
was the
awful.
lychee?
No, I thought it was a fucked up cherry.
Yeah.
Oh.
Cranberries taste awful.
That was there to look at.
That's why I
ate one and I went, ugh.
I kept eating them and going, these cherries are bad, dude. That's somebody.
What they do to these cherries? I gotta get another one to make sure the cherries are good.
Hang on, let me dive into my sixth one. Because there's 3 per drink.
2 old women came over and asked us about the drink.
Well, let me say this first. Who came over before the old woman? Because it's important to tell chronologically because you set me up and almost caused some trouble.
So we ordered, and then as our waitress was walking off, 4 guys walked by. And
we
they
had
were
our drinks
leaving
at
the
this
restaurant.
point. Our very nice looking drinks.
Oh, that's right. They just dropped the drinks off, and so as we're sitting there waiting we're gonna drink these things. 4 guys walked by, and the first guy looked at us and like gave us like an up and down and like a sneer and kept walking.
Like up, down, this is stinky and face. Then, according to you, I didn't see it. I just watched you about to jump out of your chair like a tiny little dog that's gonna attack another dog and get the shit kicked out of him. That's what it looked like.
There was something
that guy's
about
ankles were in deep trouble.
The way that guy just looked at made me just like, immediately like, fuck this, fuck you.
Your fight or fight.
Yeah, fight and fight.
Bro, he skipped thinking about getting mad. He was just mad. And so it was this weird Eric going,
after he was like, just thinking I gotta fight someone.
After talking over and over again about how we are the Sopranos. And also
that's exactly what it was.
We kept talking about being the Sopranos, and then you also kept saying something about like PF Chang's what is this experience? Is this the place?
Yeah.
You were just like, is PF Chang's it right now? And then our waitress is there, and I said, do you want to be a peasant at Vince Young's or a king at PF Chang's?
You have a small kingdom if you're a king at PF Chang's, but boy, we were kings at PF Chang's.
We were definitely, we were Tony Soprano and company.
Dude, big time. Everybody knows your name.
It was,
bro.
People just watch us. So now I geared Michael up because I was ready to go.
You geared me up because I was like, what just happened? And it was Eric just being like,
person that comes
there was a guy that walked by you and he gave a gross look and I almost flew off and I missed the whole thing. So I'm like, oh fuck. And I'm on the like edge of the booth, right? So I'm more open. I'm ready to jump out. Your shit goes down.
I would have to jump clear over the table. I'm the furthest.
And you look like you were gonna.
Yeah, I was ready.
And then enter the next combatant.
And the 2 old women, one woman much older than the other old woman.
But also here's the thing about it. This just happened.
Yes.
Where you're like, this fucking guy.
Oh yeah. It wasn't like 3 minutes.
It was like a minute or 2 went by. And not only did a completely different group of people come up to us and start talking to us, so many people kept talking to us. But like the thing that threw me was how close this woman walked before she started talking.
It was leaning
halfway
over our table.
She was like walking and walking and walking, and I kind of had that. You know, you just have that human presence of like, someone's coming near me.
Someone's entering my space.
But then you look and you're like, oh my God, and they're still coming. And it's just coming off of Eric's going to fight someone. And I'm going, who are we going to kill? And there's a 90-year-old woman going, that drink looks tasty.
She just wanted to know if the drink was good and if we liked it and what it was.
She was the nicest old woman.
It was a very sweet interaction.
But she just rolled up, was like,
hey,
she was like,
wrong place, the wrong time.
Hey, drunkards.
Yeah.
What are you drinking? And it like a classic grandma, like classic. She was like, I'm getting that next time.
Oh yeah,
and like she's coming back, bro. Not even she might come back tonight for dinner. Yeah, you know what I mean. So it was we were selling that drink. I feel like we should have gotten them for free.
We should have gotten them for free.
We were selling the drinks, and I feel like we were just getting the atmosphere, man.
Bro,
like
people
coming up and talking to us, but like it was all good. It was like
I hope someone like pointed a GoPro at us.
Yeah, right.
Because this is just free B-roll.
Yep,
right.
It's true.
Like, oh, look at PF Chang's. People are like, new connections, strangers becoming best friends. We're great friends with that waitress now for the next 2 to 3 weeks. She lives in Austin until she moves again. Seems to be a bit of a nomad.
You talked up the drink to the manager and he went, you're my new marketing team. And then Michael just kept going, yeah, I mean, we're probably going to do more marketing for this than, I mean, that's absolutely
honestly,
what this is. Yeah.
I kept saying, we really are going to go do this afterwards, and you have no idea. This may be the most we've ever gone on about I still have more to say, but I guess we should just go into it.
I have so many more things.
When the waitress started telling us, and we were like, oh, we're going to do a podcast, and she started telling us a story about another PF Chang's that she used to work about guys out of the podcast, but it was a really long story that ended with, they're going to start a podcast one day. It was about two drunks coming to PF Chang's every Thursday.
5 sake bombs.
And drinking beer, and they have a podcast. Well, they're going to start one.
That's a whole other story. We
go.
We'll get to that. Let me hammer out this haiku. We'll get to the facts, and then we'll get back to the good part where we talk about the restaurant. All right, PF Chang's, single father's plight, kitchen fire, and turkey burnt. Thanksgiving at Chang's.
Okay.
It's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Let me, while we're on the subject, let me pull this up. Feel free to vamp for about the next 15 seconds.
I feel like that's a good way. That's exactly what PF Chang's is there for.
I didn't know a lot about PF Chang's, so I was kind of just looking for a vibe.
PF Chang's is there for your prom or for when dad has to, dad has custody of you and he needs to take you out somewhere to eat.
It reminded me of the scene in the beginning of Santa Claus where he's
going
burns
to
the dinner and they go to Denny's.
Yeah.
I always like not having a dad, but being in custody of one.
Yeah.
Right? Like when my dad was alive. I like how you have parents and it's just like, what's your mom doing? Keeping me alive. What's your dad doing? He has custody of me right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's good. And so
He's there.
what I wanted to pull up was you said, Eric, we were talking about doing PF Chang's, and you said, I haven't been to PF Chang's in years. We should go to this one. And then Jordan was like, I haven't been to PF Chang's ever, and was shocked to see there was one downtown.
Seems too fancy.
And you said, and then Eric said, yeah, it's almost fancy, but it's not. And I said same. And then the conversation continued. But what I meant was same.
About being fancy, but not? Or
same, but like also I had it like 2 weeks ago.
What?
I eat PF Chang's constantly all the time.
Are you serious?
Do you have one?
No.
Where you live, or do you go out here?
No, I order it to my house all the time.
Do you really?
Yeah, the one downtown, you can like Uber eat it.
What?
It's fucking delicious.
Who saw this coming?
I eat PF Chang's constantly.
What?
More so at my own house because like Jordan, your haiku. I go, oh, Lindsay's not around. Kids gotta eat. Time to order the old Chang's.
Wow.
I have their beef lo mein probably twice a month.
Holy shit.
Jesus Christ.
They're delicious.
At this
PF
point, I feel
Chang's
like
is great. They're fucking fantastic.
You never talk about it.
You don't ever.
You talk about everything else.
And you know why I go to the one downtown? Because it's right near Vinny's. Sometimes
they might get some of the good meat.
Sometimes the ex and I, we try to patch things up.
Yeah.
And there's a nice hotel downtown.
Yep.
We'll go to the hotel. We'll make a night of a staycation, the kids call it.
Nice.
Right? And so if we take the whole day off, it's usually checking at the hotel, day drink.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Go walk to PF Chang's, eat lunch, go back to the hotel, drink more, take a nap.
Awesome.
Wake up, go to Vince Young's, eat a steak, come back to the hotel, drink more, go to sleep, wake up, get a massage, go home. So PF Chang's is
pretty
in
good.
there. It's
integral into this.
Integral part of lunch.
Wow.
I don't want to go there as like the fancy dinner, but I'm screaming for lunch.
It's a good
also, I
lunch
just
spot.
went there for RTX. Like 12 of us went there.
I cannot believe that. Like this, I'm floored. I really thought PF Chang's was going to be a thing where we go like, I went like, I think prom, like it's that.
I have never had a reason to go to PF Chang's. I didn't know that it was because I feel like if you're going for, I don't even want to call this Chinese food because
but it is. But it's American Chinese.
Yeah, it's so many it's a mixed fusion of every type of Asian food. You're either going to like your local like spot, like your Din Ho or something, or you're going to Panda Express.
Okay.
Like PF Chang's kind of serves this middle that I don't need.
This is a perfect, you're exactly right. And it's why I eat there. So there are places like that here. But compared to New Jersey, there's nothing. There's like 100 trillion Chinese places in New Jersey. I had like 1 million locals. There's so few here. I don't have like my local go-tos.
Right.
So
it's hard. It's hard to find.
That's where PF Chang fills in for me. Whereas like I'll be honest, it's way better than Panda Express. It's not even fucking close.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Panda Express sucks shit compared to PF Chang's, which is fine. Panda Express is a drive-through restaurant.
Yeah, totally
PF Chang's is a
totally
sit-down
different.
restaurant.
Yeah.
It should be better, but it's better. So when I want like, oh man, I got a hankering for Chinese food, like American Chinese food, and I know I'm not in New Jersey and there's not 1,000 Chinese restaurants, I get PF Chang's. So I'm the person the need it fills, where I want like more quality Chinese food than PF Chang's, but I don't have like a local go-to place.
Gotcha.
So I just rely on PF Chang's. It's like the Rudy's of barbecue for me.
Interesting.
There
okay.
you go. That's a good way to put it. Yeah.
That makes sense. I cannot believe you eat there all the time. That's so funny. And but
Very funny.
like this is a totally different experience for you then. Because this is like, we went seasonal menu shit you've never had before, completely out of the...
Yeah, I don't
like,
usually go in and fire from the hip.
Yeah,
I'm usually like beef lo mein, extra beef.
Right. Okay. But now you eat there all the time. Let's learn about it.
Now I'm going to learn about it. Is this the first time we've done PF Chang's?
Yes, it is.
This is great. You got a fresh fact sheet. This is like, I'll be honest, I really hope it's good because you have no excuse.
What?
Well, I mean, you've had to scrape the barrel so many times with restaurants.
True,
we've
when
done
we're
3 or
going there
4
the
times.
third time.
If we
That's
go to
true.
a restaurant for the first time and it's not great,
We're like the
you're
first
in
3
trouble.
facts of like the first time
I hope
we
you
ate
don't
here,
botch
the
this
second
like
time
the-
we ate here.
I hope you don't botch these facts like the Republicans botched the Senate. Because that was a lock, bro. That was a straight up lock.
Typically, incumbents get run over and there's a party change.
It was
in
a
there.
lock, and I'm making a prediction here. They're going to lose a seat.
Wow.
That's a bold.
It's a
Not
bold
that bold.
prediction.
Claim.
No, it's not that bold. I know I'm voting in Georgia right now. I've been doing it for weeks. I've been voting since the election 2 years ago. I voted for Warnock 2 years ago. What?
You've been voting in Georgia?
Yeah.
Michael.
Oh.
Hundreds of times.
Michael, we're not supposed to tell them.
Arizona?
We're not supposed to
What
tell
do you think took so long?
But you're voting for.
Hey, I know
you're voting for Kerry Lake.
I know
in
you're
Arizona.
confused because you don't listen to, the answers of why it's taking so long, but I'm assuming it's cheating.
Oh, that makes sense.
Anyway, let's get to the facts.
It's because they're still voting.
The very first PF Chang's opened on July 20th, 1993 in Scottsdale, Arizona.
Oh, where you vote?
Wait, was it Scottsdale or was it Maricopa County?
No, it's
Which was it?
It's
Which was
Scottsdale.
it? What's taking so long? Stop slow rolling these votes.
Stop the count or continue the count.
Depending on who's winning.
Don't
Tell
stop.
me who's winning.
Don't stop counting. The Senate will come down to Georgia. What? Vote for me in Georgia. Okay. Guys, that last fact was provided by the PF Chang's website.
It's true. They have a
So
25.
so already you're like phoning it in.
What?
No, I was just looking to see if you had a rebuttal to his comment.
No.
Okay. I was going to say 1993, pretty new.
Yeah.
Pretty like a newish.
Yeah, that's interesting. Although
I guess I'm like, I didn't know that, but not shocked at the same time. I guess I would have been more surprised if PF Chang's was around since the 70s.
Yeah, right. If you're
That
like,
would've
in
blew me away.
1953, PF Chang's, and you're like, really?
90 seems just right.
Yeah.
Where 2000s would seem too soon. But now the second fact, which might not have been provided by PF Chang's website.
Some of it was.
We don't know, though. I haven't
Okay.
gotten to the end yet. Former Phoenix Suns power forward Charles Barkley, I've heard of him, frequented the Scottsdale PF Chang's location, which PF Chang's claim is a, quote, slam dunk. And what I, Eric, claim is a slam dunk is how Charles Barkley threw a man through a plate glass window in a club in Orlando in 1997 and said, quote, you got what you deserve. You don't disrespect me. I hope you're hurt, end quote.
I hope you're hurt.
The guy was. The guy that he threw through the window was 5'2".
Also, maybe the most insulting and oddest thing to say after assaulting someone, I hope you're hurt.
Right?
Usually it's like, fuck you, or I hope you die, or
Despite
like,
Charles
go to hell.
Barkley, I would say I'm not hurt at all.
Hey, I
Even
hope
though
that-
I'm bleeding.
There's just glass all around you and you're
Yeah.
crumpled. I feel fine.
Hey, you know what, Jordan? I hope that caused you moderate discomfort, and I'm not afraid to say it.
Ouch.
PF Chang's was like, guys, Charles Barkley used to eat here when it opened. And it's
a
like when
real
he was a
slam
Phoenix Sun.
Let me
For
tell
like
you
2
this,
years?
though.
Yeah, right.
I'll tell you this. Charles Barkley is articulate even when he's mad.
Oh, Chuck rules, man.
To stop and say you got what
Yeah.
you deserve, you do not disrespect me. I hope you are hurt. It's just a man who is just cool, calm, and collected in the middle of an altercation.
Love it.
It's
You're
weird
throwing
because
people through
because he
windows
doesn't-
and then saying, I hope you are hurt.
He doesn't really seem that way on TV.
He really doesn't.
Oh, do you
But-
remember in the 90s when all he did was talk shit and fight people?
I feel like Charles Barkley seems like, and this is as someone who doesn't watch sports, but I feel like Charles Barkley acts the way he does on TV because he's been thrown through glass windows.
Charles Barkley is a guy.
I feel like he's calmed down.
Charles Barkley had a video game in the 90s called Shut Up and Jam.
Whoa.
Shut up and jam this guy through a fucking window.
Can we change the
I
name
hope
of-
you're hurt.
Shut up and get hurt. All right. Next fact. This one I'm sensing is very important because it's the longest fact. No, maybe it's the second.
It's sorry.
If you frequent PF Chang's, you can sign up for their loyalty program where you can earn coupons, cash back, and your data leaked onto the dark web via a poorly implemented application programming interface, which allows all your information to be data mined and sold like it was in 2018. You can also get a free dessert during your birthday month.
I stopped listening. I heard free dessert.
Yeah, during your birthday month, not even your day.
Wow.
Whole month.
Wow.
I'll be honest. Let me talk to the guy that I talk to that lets me do multiple votes.
Yeah.
We could get so many birthdays in 1 month.
We can get so many desserts, guys.
Yo, we could Arizona the shit out of this PF Chang's. We just keep coming in and you just go, it's my birthday, it's my birthday, it's my birthday, it's my birthday, it's my birthday.
We
Just
can
like
also get the people who work on Twitter to fix whatever
that's right.
problem is going
what
on at
happens
PF
is
Chang's.
someone says, hey, they can't do that. And someone says, no, they're allowed. They're libs. In 2012, they sold to Centerbridge Partners for $1.1 billion. In 2020, PF Chang's received more than $5 million in PPP small business loans. Let's hear it for the little guy.
Wow. And that loan got forgiven.
It was only $5 million.
It absolutely got forgiven, Jordan.
Hey!
Yeah.
Don't you talk about PF Chang's and pay your goddamn college debt, you piece of shit.
It's actually unconstitutional.
Don't talk about my PF Chang's like that. PF Chang's and the airlines gave everything to me. What did college ever do for me?
It's unconstitutional if you go after PF Chang's. But,
Right, yeah.
But please forgive my PPP loan.
Or the airlines. Or the banks.
Fucking
awesome. PF
As
Chang's
long as
will
you're
be
not
suing.
human people.
Right.
If you're human people, get fucked. But if you're PF Chang's, you're fine.
Not even human people. Children that are preyed upon
Yes.
and taken advantage of.
Yeah.
Like systematically preyed upon stupid, literal children. You start college prep when you're like 16. And so do
Your brain
loans.
still isn't done
You're
cooking.
a dumbass who's probably still shitting your pants.
Yep.
You probably still have shit in your underwear at 16. And you're taking out
here's a loan.
$100,000 loans. And there's people who are in their 50s who are mad at you for it.
Yep.
And they're so angry about it. But let me suck off this airline real quick.
But we gotta give PF Chang's this money. PF Chang's!
$5 million for the little guy.
They got $5 million and they still laid people off.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey, Face Jam's changed. PF Chang's has paid $6.5 million to 17,000 current and former workers who accused the restaurant chain of wage and hour violations. Another lawsuit has been filed as PF Chang's failed to pay workers their full tip amounts. Maybe some more PPP loans will roll in to help this small business.
I hope so. Come on.
How do you, I love the idea, and I having never worked in like the food industry, I kind of understand it, but I do love the idea that you failed to pay tips.
Yes.
Because even tips is so fucked in this country. You think like, oh, it's a tip, they get it.
Right.
And most of the times they still don't.
They don't get it.
And they still need it.
It's like best case scenario, it's still just the servers and not the manager.
Yep.
And it still goes like into a pool that they got to
Right.
split.
Yep.
And so like, it's still like, even
It's
if
not
they
the
get
best
it,
system,
even if they
but-
get it, it's still later.
Yeah.
But then some places it's like the manager gets a cut,
Yep.
which is insane.
Insane.
Because no one's tipping the manager.
No.
But you have no control over it. You just leave the money.
All I'm hearing is a lot of like capitalism bad
Yeah.
talk, and
Yeah, we
frankly,
should just
I
continue
won't
not
stand for it.
paying.
You're sitting.
It's all about competition. If PF Chang's can compete,
Nobody wants to work.
yeah,
Which is
nobody
what
wants
you-
to work.
Michael told
And
that
P-
to our server.
I did tell our server. She was talking about working, and I said, which is crazy because no one wants to work anymore.
She was saying how she's lived in Austin for 3 weeks, and she's just been doing like full day shifts ever since she got
it's
here.
just like a normal person, you know, like
Yeah.
most normal
Yeah.
people who just like work their ass off.
Yeah.
Like most normal people, like
Yep.
that is the average society. Which is the person that usually, when some dumb motherfucker goes, people don't want to work, that's who they're talking about. This woman was talking about like, yeah, I moved here and then I worked there and then I moved here and then I moved here and then I moved to Austin and I started working a double and I'm working 6 days a week and delighted about it.
Yes.
Like, oh, I'm so happy that like I got all this.
They put me on right
that I
away
got
and I'm
all this
making money
work.
again. Yeah.
And I just looked at her and I went, well, that's weird because no one wants to work anymore.
well, then she was kind of like, well, I mean, nobody wants to work.
Yeah.
Right.
I like that we all landed on the same thing. Nobody ever wanted to fucking work.
To which then I paused and I went, well, yeah, who wants to work, right? Again, fuck off. No one wants to work. Yeah, you want to.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Ooh, I love going to work.
I love work. I would work for free. Yeah. They don't even have to pay me. Hey, give PF Chang's this PPP loan and let me work there for free.
Yeah. I feel like
let my tax money fund PF Chang's for them to give me a job. Wait, that's socialism.
What does PF stand for? That should have been a fact.
Oh, it's the names. Chang is one of the guys who started the restaurant, but his name is spelled different. Chaing, which is very weird.
Interesting.
And then the PF is the initials of the guy who like fronted the money for it. Paul something.
It's the white guy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying it's why it's PF Chang.
Right.
Because
well, it wouldn't be Paul Franklin Chang.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like Paul Fromore.
Yeah, exactly.
Chinese restaurant. Yeah. That's what it stands for. It's just like.
Did you know what
they good fucking food.
Yeah.
PF Chang's as a name sounds like a made up one for a movie, where it's like, let's we'll go over to PF Chang's, that's where we hang out. It just always seemed like, I don't know, just like it was a made up restaurant.
Yeah.
Not real.
We went in the middle of the day on a Tuesday and we were the youngest people there by a number of years.
Well, besides the employees.
Right. Yeah,
yes.
not counting them.
Definitely the
Besides our friends,
patrons.
the waitress.
Yeah, the people
we may have doubled in age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The people who were eating there, you could look around and really understand why Beto lost. Like,
was that like a small? Was that a quick poll? Was that a quick census?
So here's the
Texas
thing.
census. Just going to that PF.
Your back was facing most of the restaurant. I was in the Tony seat, looking out over the whole thing, and yeah, you could definitely see that there was no one here that was going like, I think Beto's probably going to be our future.
Yeah, see, you're Tonian up in the corner. I'm just Bobby. I'm just buying my kid some trains.
He's thinking about his trains over in the corner.
Thinking about that ZD in the freezer.
I'm just getting my kid trains that are way too expensive.
Yeah,
they're not going to care about. No. There's no iPhone support.
Your son is goth for some reason.
I don't even have a son, and I'm still out here buying trains for him. And the next thing you know, I'm shot up. Bobby, no!
We started doing, for some reason, Polly Walnut's impressions. Yeah. We just started like making jokes, like going, you hear that, Tone? And then repeating.
Well, we were talking about punching the old lady.
Again, not for some reason. It's because we kept comparing it to The Sopranos, and you kept saying, I'm in the Tony seat. Don't gloss over this like we don't know how we got there. And so you kept saying, this is Sopranos. And so this is Sopranos.
They put us in the corner booth so everyone can come over and pay respect.
When the old lady walks up and Michael punches her, and she's asking, what is that drink? You want a drink? You want a drink? Drink this.
Yeah.
You hear that, Tone? I told her to drink this.
We were coming up with theoretical polys. We're going, you'll be drinking this through a straw. You'll be drinking it through a straw in the hospital.
It really was like, we were sitting in these like Soprano seats and then going like, somebody wronged us. The next people that come over here were starting a fight.
Which I think is why Eric invented that one guy looking at him. Some man was just leaving the restaurant. He's going, hey, whoa, this guy's disrespecting me.
Tell a man to take off his New York Yankees hat, fucking slap it off his head.
Honestly, how was that not a scene in The Sopranos?
I don't know. It really makes sense.
Bro, if Ralphie walked in, I was worried.
Whoa.
Watch out for bug spray.
It's so good. Oh, man. Well, those are the facts. We learned a lot about
They're just the facts.
Yeah, we learned.
They're just the facts.
Yeah. Charles Barkley threw a man through a window.
So, and then hoped he was hurt.
Yeah.
He calmly hoped he was hurt.
The PF Chang's website is like, Charles Barkley used to eat here. And I think that's a real slam dunk for our food. And I went, I'm like, I think Charles Barkley got arrested. Hang on. And I looked it up and I went, 1997. There it is.
He's associated with PF Chang.
Yep. Hey, Jordan, welcome to the ad section of the podcast.
It's great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Just glad to have you, only one other person, and Nick.
Well, you said person.
Okay, well, today's episode is sponsored by PayPal Honey. They did a name change. That's fun. The easy way to save when shopping on your iPhone or computer. Jordan, let me ask you a question. How do you feel about? No, I know. I'm giving it weight. I'm giving it weight.
Weight spelled WAIT.
How do you feel about holiday shopping, and how early do you start doing it?
How do I feel about it?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm stressed out just thinking about it.
You're stressed out already?
Jeez. Oh, man. Can you see? I'm sweating through this new pumpkin spice rat.
Whoa. Store.roosterteeth.com for a pumpkin spice rat
An
sweater?
ad within an ad?
Wow, incredible. Jordan, here's the thing. You're already sweating bullets thinking about this holiday season. But how often do you feel like you have a promo code ready to go at checkout when you online shop?
How often do I feel like I have Yeah, like I keep those in my head at all times. Yeah, 0 times.
Okay, well,
Eric.
guess what? Thanks to Honey, manually searching for coupon codes is a thing of the past. You don't have to keep them on hand or anything,
Oh,
which
like
is good.
polio.
Yeah, Honey is the free shopping tool that scours the internet for promo codes and applies the best one it finds to your cart.
It's kind of how like the vaccine got rid of all the polio.
Right.
Honey
Yeah,
gets rid of all the need to remember promo codes.
Right. Yeah.
It's a 1-to-1 comparison that I stand by.
Yeah, and you just keep going back to it, which is really good. Here, I'm going to have you imagine this. Ready? You're shopping on one of your favorite sites. And then when you check out, the Honey button appears, and all you have to do is click apply coupons. You're doing all this shopping, and now you're doing all this saving.
Right. And so I click apply coupons, and then I imagine I have to find the one that fits best for
Jordan,
what I'm doing.
You fool. All you must do is wait a few. This is why I'm glad Michael's not here, because he would not understand this. You have to wait a few seconds as Honey searches for coupons it can find for that site. And if Honey finds a working coupon, boom, it applies it and you watch your price drop.
So I'm just watching?
Oh, that's it. It's like watching a movie. It's like watching Avengers Endgame.
Whoa.
Using Honey is like watching Avengers Endgame.
I like my metaphor better, but whatever.
They're both, here's the thing. They're both 1-to-1.
Captain America almost had polio.
Okay. All right. Well, we're getting back to that.
He was born in the 40s.
I use Honey all the time. I also use it on my iPhone. I use it in the Safari browser because it's easy and it does all the work for me. I buy a lot of stuff online. I bought you remember Tech Decks?
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
You doing little kick flips with your...
Yeah, sometimes you become a man in your 30s and you go, remember that thing that was cool when I was 12? I want it right now. And thanks to the convenience of online shopping and PayPal Honey, I can get it right now.
And you get it for cheap.
And I get it for so cheap. Honey helped me save like $3 or $4. The shipping was free. Helped me save like $3 or $4 on a Tech Deck that I wanted because it was like a birdhouse skateboard. It was pretty sick.
Dang, they even got birdhouse?
That's what I'm saying. See, these are the things when you're 12, you're like, oh, I love this and I want it. Now, you can save even more when you ask Honey to keep track of price drops on your holiday shopping list. If price drops on anything on your list, you'll instantly get alerted. So you got a price drop, boom, guess what? You get an alert. If you don't already have Honey, you could be straight up missing out. And by getting it, you're doing yourself a solid and supporting this show, which is the very important part. I wouldn't recommend something I don't use. And again, I told you I used it to buy Tech Decks. Get PayPal Honey for free at joinhoney.com/FaceJam. Jordan, what's that URL one more time?
That's joinhoney.com/FaceJam.
The FaceJam is the important part, so don't forget that. Joinhoney.com/FaceJam.
Oops, I typed in Anma on accident.
Oh,
Is that
no.
bad? If you want to avoid boring, basic, and bland gifts this year, Uncommon Goods is your secret weapon. Uncommon Goods is here. Sorry, you got something to say?
It was bolded, so I want to make sure we say it.
Oh, at the same time?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Uncommon Goods
is here to make your holiday shopping stress-free by scouring the globe for the most remarkable and truly unique gifts for everyone on your list. Whether you're shopping for your Secret Santa or your entire family, Uncommon Goods.
He didn't say it. Nick didn't say it that time.
Did. 1, 2, 3.
Uncommon Goods
knows exactly what they want.
Nick nailed it that time.
Here's a few of my favorite gifts that I found on their site.
You didn't have to say that part. We could have just talked about the thing. We could have talked about my garlic roaster that I want so bad.
You haven't gotten it yet?
I haven't gotten the garlic roaster. I want it. Well, I have unroasted garlic. Honestly, I will say I don't have any garlic in my house right now. I used up all my garlic, and it is
fighting that vampire?
It's number...
Halloween.
Who told you?
Halloween just passed. I just
here's
figured.
the thing. If I could be anything, it'd be a werewolf because a werewolf.
All right,
what?
let's go.
What's the problem? Werewolf could kill a vampire very easily.
Go ahead and move on.
I would use all the garlic that I don't have in my house. It's the number one thing on my list. It's like get garlic, and below it is Uncommon Goods garlic roaster. I want the garlic roaster.
But 2 do.
Yeah.
Get garlic. Number 2, get garlic roaster.
Number 3, roast garlic.
Roast garlic.
Yep. What have you gotten from Uncommon Goods?
I actually got this like cool ice cube mold that makes a perfect sphere for your highball.
Oh, those are so good. I got a mezcal that I've been really enjoying, and now I want a perfect sphere for my eyes.
Yeah. It's cool.
Oh, wait, are you drinking your scotch with it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, sometimes I go neat. Sometimes I go on the rocks. It just depends on the mood I'm in.
That's such a nice pour. And then to do the perfect sphere. I don't think people understand how a diluted drink over time is better than just having a bunch of neat drinks.
Neat is great if you're tasting.
Yes.
Something like diluted is great for sipping.
Yeah. And that's what I'm usually having a tequila or a mezcal and you dilute it. And now I want the perfect ice. I'm going to have to roast all my garlic and have perfect ice.
Got another thing on your to-do list.
All right.
Well,
number 4.
Get a load of this.
Okay.
When you shop at Uncommon Goods, you're supporting artists and small independent businesses. These fine products are often made in small batches. So shop now before they sell out this holiday season. Hurry up.
Oh, okay. I thought we were going to say the next part.
Yeah,
okay.
we're going right now.
Uncommon Goods. So that was bad. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Uncommon Goods.
Nick was early.
Yep.
Looks for products that are high quality, unique, and often handmade or made in the U.S. They have the most meaningful, out of the ordinary gifts anywhere, like garlic roasters.
Yeah, I love the garlic roaster that I cannot wait to use. From art and jewelry to kitchen, home, and bar, Uncommon Goods has something for everyone. Not the same lackluster gifts you could find just anywhere.
I really like how they dunk on other.
Yeah, they're really, look, here's the thing. If you're buying from other
cool.
places, get out of here because you need to go to
Uncommon Goods.
Yeah, see, he nailed it. And with every purchase you make at
Uncommon Goods,
they give $1 to a nonprofit partner of your choice. They've donated more than $2.5 million to date. Jordan, where do I get started?
To get 15% off your next gift, go to uncommongoods.com/facejam. That is uncommongoods.com/facejam for 15% off.
Don't miss out on this limited time offer. Uncommon Goods. We're all out of the ordinary.
So the waitress, I'll say, we were putting out vibes of like, we were just having a good time.
There's always the moment where it's like the waitress or the waiter decides, I'm going to interact with these people on a human level.
Right.
And you can see the guard come down.
Oh, yeah.
And it's
sometimes it's do you want to see my cat or gun? Or
right.
both?
Sometimes it comes down without.
More often than not, it's like that.
Sometimes your shield is up.
Yeah.
And they're
ripping it down.
Hold on, let me get in there.
They're shoving it down,
they're kicking it in.
Shoving it down, screaming, you want this.
Yeah. Whereas she was kind of like, hey,
you guys are drinking during the day.
Yeah. We're having a good time, right?
Yeah.
And we were like,
yeah, what's up?
Yeah.
She told us all about moving from Buffalo.
Okay, so she was from Buffalo, New York.
And then she worked at
Go
P.F.
Bills.
Chang's in Buffalo.
Okay, yeah. So
And then moved to Orlando to live with her boyfriend.
here's the thing I'll say first of all, though. Before she explained anything, right? She was just like, hey, I just moved to Austin. I've been, working at P.F. Chang's. We're like, cool. Then she's like, oh, yeah.
We started talking about recording podcasts.
She was like,
and that reminded her of
She was
this
just
story.
like, I moved from Florida.
Yeah.
I worked at P.F. Chang's there. She was like, I was there 2 months too long.
Yeah.
And Eric's like,
and I said, how long did you live there for? 2 months.
She goes, 2 months. And we're like, oh. Yep. And she's like, well, before that, I'm from Buffalo. And I worked at P.F. Chang's there. And I was like, I'm sorry, is P.F. Chang's sending you around the country? Because that's not the company I think of, where I think like, I'm sorry, honey, I have to move for work.
Yeah.
Is P.F. Chang's going, oh, look, we know you took the job in Buffalo, New York, but now we're moving you to Florida, but now we're moving you to Texas.
Yep.
And I was just like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yep.
But when in reality, she's a woman who I presume is in her 20s.
Yeah.
Has a boyfriend, and there's P.F. Chang's everywhere.
Yep.
So she just keeps moving and then getting a job at P.F. Chang's.
She said that she had moved to Austin 3 weeks ago, got transferred to this P.F. Chang's, and then waited for like this. She's like, I was going to wait for the schedule, but then I just showed up and told the manager, hey, like, how soon can I start? And he's like, come in tomorrow, 12 hours, the day after 12 hours, the day after 12 hours.
She was like, I talked to the guy who's giving you your drinks.
Yeah.
And so it's like, that was the guy.
It was
I'm
like
his favorite.
Yeah,
Everything was connected. And we were like, we're friends with that guy.
It's like, we know.
We are friends with that man.
Now we like know everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so,
But the story she told about working in Buffalo at P.F. Chang's was there was every Thursday were these two guys who would come in.
They were bartenders.
They were bartenders at a nice steakhouse, like
an expensive
Russell Steakhouse in Buffalo.
And they would work there at night.
Yes.
And so before their shift, like
on Thursday, they would come in at
afternoon.
2.
Yeah. and they get 5 sake bombs.
And they would slam the table.
Yeah, she just kept it. They would do this.
Well, that's what you do. You have the sake bomb has the sake on the top with the chopsticks, and then you slam the table
until it falls in.
Yeah, and then it falls in, and then you drink that, and then I presume they do 4 more.
I imagine,
and then they drink more beer.
I imagine it's quite a sight at 2 p.m. on a Thursday.
Right. It's probably quite a sound.
Yeah. You just
things are happening.
Screaming.
Time to go serve drinks.
As half the restaurant isn't open
when I
yet.
say sake, you say bomb. Sake bomb. What the fuck?
Your hair is doing things I didn't know it could do. Right now, it's becoming
I'm having fun with my sake bombs.
You kind of look like Ralph Cifaretto.
Oh my god!
Oh no!
I hope that doesn't come off.
Hi, oh my! No!
Oh, you didn't know?
That's so funny. I found him like this. So she said that these guys just get fucking hammered on Thursdays and then go to their bartending job at the steakhouse.
And it was every Thursday.
And they do it every
and they would
Thursday.
ask for either her or another blonde waitress.
Yeah.
And the best part is the reason she told us that story was Eric mentioned that we had a podcast and we were gonna like make this piece of crap you're listening to now. And she segued to this story about the guys.
Yep.
Said the whole thing what Jordan said twice as long. Which was fine. Which was fine.
No, it was fine. We were drinking. It was fine.
She lived it, right? It was Jordan's retelling. She lived it and it was fine. But I was still waiting for the tie-in. And then the very end was, and they said they were going to start a podcast. I was like,
and then Michael went, well, that's maybe the difference is we have been doing a podcast for 2.5 years.
I will also say, she said specifically, they're going to start a P.F. Chang's podcast.
They
podcast.
did.
What,
They did. But also, they're gonna.
Yeah.
And I still haven't done
and
it.
I will say,
don't take their ideas.
P.O.D. Chang's?
I will say that I think we probably beat them to it on this one. I think maybe we made the first episode of the P.F. Chang.
I think now those guys need to make the podcast and everyone will go, these are the guys from Face Jam.
No, it's the Buffalo guys.
Yeah, everyone will go, oh, and then someone will say, Ralphie? Yo, Ralphie did a podcast about those Buffalo guys. But then Tony hit him with a pan. They had a fight in the kitchen.
He'd call Chrissy and go, I found him like this. And I was like, what? Fucking great. It was so, like, genuinely, I think me and you walked out. They went to the bathroom. Me and Michael walked out front and then just kept saying, I have nothing negative to say about this whole fucking experience.
You kept saying, what do I say about it?
Yeah, like, this was great.
I'm so used to going to a restaurant where weird shit happens.
Yeah, dunking on it. And this was like, lively
it was great.
This is why people go to restaurants.
And the thing is, for us, it was great. First of all, we have to go there, right? We got to eat the food. We always talk to people because look, if nothing happens, nothing happens. If we get a story, we get a story.
Yep.
There's no reason not to.
We got so many stories.
But we knew that, and I said, like, this one was talking because she's getting out of work. It's like the longer I'm standing here talking to you, the less I'm working.
Yeah, she's here for 12 hours.
So it was great. She was standing at her table talking for so long at some point. It's after you had reordered the steak, which also, it was very odd, the ordering. Eric just sort of was ordering things, and then we got one of the steaks, we wanted more. So he ordered another one, and she was very much like, oh, because it was so good.
Yeah, Michael's like, oh, yeah, this little piggy's got a little curly tail.
I kept saying, he's a little piggy. His tail's curly. I just kept saying that. And so she placed the order, but she's standing there talking to us for so long, and we're fine. We're all talking. When she goes, let me go check on your steak, turns around, and the person's standing there holding
that was
the
the
steak.
runner.
Yeah, he's like walking up with it.
Went, here you go.
And she goes, well, here's that steak. And then just like puts it on the table.
And then I think we put it down and we all went,
it.
yeah. And then we all just fucking, the second serving of that steak.
You ate it and you went, is this better than the first one?
It was fucking great.
Also, I think they gave us less because it was gone so quickly.
Boy, we slammed through the first order of that steak. Took your time.
It definitely went faster because I actually got some of the second one.
Oh, my God. It was fucking good.
Animals.
Oh, hey, we should probably learn about the food.
Fuck around a little bit.
45 minutes into the episode.
Dude, we're right on time now that we have this amazing timer.
All we've talked about is the restaurant.
It's true.
No. Yeah, we should probably not release this one. This doesn't fit the trend.
This goes against the brand.
This goes against everything we stand for.
We should re-record
it.
Yep.
And just like talk about other stuff. Peking duck, spring rolls, crispy roti rolls with julienne veggies, sweet savory dipping sauce. Chang's spicy chicken noodle soup, a returning fan favorite. Pad Thai noodles, veggies, spicy broth.
That was I don't like soup. That was good ass fucking
It was
soup.
a good soup. It was
really good soup.
Let me ask you this. Is it not called Peking duck? Have I been saying it wrong my
I
whole
thought it
life?
was Peking. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I'm
I'll tell
willing
you
to
one thing.
believe I'm wrong. I'm from New Jersey.
Me too, 100%.
Yeah.
So
I think Americanized it's Peking, but it could be, we could be pronouncing it wrong. So I was just taking a crack at it.
Hey, you know what? I like it. I like that you went for it.
I'm just asking questions.
Like this one, Wagyu steak.
Oh.
Yeah,
Right.
I switched.
Yeah.
Savory bulgogi glaze, wok seared mushrooms, duo of Asian sauces. So when I was reading this is where I got to the point where it's like, this isn't Chinese food. This is just all Asian food.
Yep.
Like you're doing wagyu and bulgogi glaze.
Yep.
You're just putting it all together.
Going for it. We did not eat this next one, but it's on there.
Cantonese style lobster, wild caught lobster, prawns, butter sauce, pan fried noodles, egg, green onion.
I knew we weren't getting
It
that.
sounds
Nick
like
read
good
this.
things if you're a lobster eater.
Nick read this and was like, I love prawns. We didn't get the lobster. I got to go back.
Why didn't you get one? I don't understand.
Oh, he could have.
You could have.
And then ending with the classic Asian dessert, sticky toffee pudding, warm sponge cake, vanilla ice cream, toffee drizzle. And we read the winter in Beijing, which was an amazing drink.
The winter in Beijing is worth going for, I think, by itself.
It
and then
doesn't,
getting some other
taste
stuff.
like Christmas, but it sure
No,
looks
but
like
yes, it
Christmas.
does.
Be warned. If you order it, you will cause a scene.
People
Yeah.
will talk with you.
People will see you and approach you and might fight you or just
Or praise
be
you,
old.
or
They
you'll be
will-
someone's
don't know.
favorite.
They'll pay their respects, but you might have to be
You gotta be careful who you talk to and who you fight because you might fight the old person
Yes.
by
Yeah,
accident.
yeah. Be careful.
She
If you're-
almost got thrown out that
Dude,
plate glass window.
If you're with an
Charles
Eric,
Barkley style.
if you're with
Slam
an
dunk.
Eric and he puts your guard on high alert and you might Barkley someone out a window, just hope it's not an 80-year-old
Don't you
woman.
disrespect me, old lady.
That's saying,
I hope you're
hello,
hurt."
young man. Can I say that I'm so used to anytime anyone ever approaches me in public, not shy of this life, like old life, I'm assuming they're coming to bitch about something.
Yes, 100%
Like you're being
thought
too loud,
Yes,
or you're
yes.
cursing too much.
Especially an old lady.
Yeah, an old lady's like, the language. She came over and was like, can I get that shit in my veins?
She was like all about
It was
it.
weird.
Let me
It
get
was-
sauce.
It was weird that she walked up, she pointed at the drink and went, sheesh.
And she did like a Cristiano Ronaldo like pose.
I was like, hell yeah, dude. She kept saying, are you ready? I didn't know what that meant.
Oh man, Jordan,
Press
give us
material.
some press material.
Her friend kept calling her a mind freak.
Is this your card? Having a dedicated holiday menu allows us to take advantage of ingredients and flavor profiles unique to this time of year and create an even more elevated dining experience for our guests, said Art Kilmer, Chief Operating Officer at PF Chang's. Whether it's a large group gathering or a family night out, we're excited to be part of our guests' celebratory traditions and help them indulge in new flavors this holiday season. Okay.
Well,
Yeah,
I can just take that and throw it in the trash.
Yeah. Like that wasn't even
Nothing
that
about
wasn't
it was
even
even
funny.
Nothing about it was
It's not bad
even-
enough to be funny. It's
Also,
nothing.
nothing about it was holiday.
It wasn't
was
holiday,
steak. We
but
ate
I feel
steak.
like he has to do that.
He's got to. We know.
Yeah. But I also
Look,
feel like
if
I
that's the worst
feel
to
like
come out of this,
Yep.
based on our experience at the restaurant, all of this is genuine. He
They-
really does
they
look
want-
forward to having
Yes,
guests
an even
and
more
cele-
elevated dining experience.
Yeah.
Jordan, his name is Art. Do you think he cares about the art?
I think he does.
Yeah,
I think he does very much.
How many times do you think he goes and like points to his name tag
Art.
when he just says, "Do you think
I don't
I'm
know. I
dedicated?"
think we can let this slide.
Okay, so now let's talk about the food, because we talked about the fucking restaurant the whole time.
hated
It's
it,
crazy.
dude. It was terrible.
The duck spring roll
Yeah, what
and
the
the spicy
was
chicken
duck?
noodle. Yeah, spicy chicken noodle
Yeah, it
soup
was the
came out at the
Peking.
beginning. What did you think of those? Like, what did you think of those pieces?
I think I showed up late
Yeah.
because 40
did
minutes
not know
in,
that was yours.
Jordan was like, "Are you gonna eat this?" and pointed at something way across the table.
Yeah.
Oh, was that Nick?
Yeah.
Well, you're both white. One of you were talking at me. I assume it goes both ways.
Yeah, definitely.
There's two of us for both of you. Whether it's, you know what I mean? Whether I'm talking to Jordan or
yeah. It's all the same.
The math, it works every way. There's always two other white guys. Okay. It's a lot easier to know if an Eric's talking to me or when you guys are talking to me.
Just saying.
Because usually the conversation is very different. Unless it's like a real weird sauce thing, then there's no question who it's from. If it's a normal thing, it could be you or Nick. It's when it's real weird, I know it's definitely not Jordan.
Well, there you go.
If I remember feeling uncomfortable after someone said something, it was Nick.
I'm not a soup guy. Love the soup.
Yeah, you're not a soup guy, and you're not a board game guy.
No, that's true. Two things.
But you'll eat soup and you'll play board games 100%.
Right.
And you'll win every time.
Yeah, every time.
You win every soup.
And
He'll eat soup.
Good soup, I win.
He'll eat soup in social settings just to make everyone happy.
That's right. Yep. My wife loves soup. That's all I'm saying.
It's the texture.
Yep. Yuck.
But yeah, that soup was good. Definitely like not the star of the show by any means. The spring rolls were really good though.
Yeah,
I
thought
really
those were
like
great.
those.
Yeah.
Like very crafted, artisan kind of gourmet spring rolls that like they do the fancy like cut diagonally thing, and so we only get like half of one, but it's enough.
Now let me ask
Do
you
you
about
think
this.
anyone would ever name their son Art is Son, and then his name would be Artisan?
Artisan? That's a good idea.
Whoa.
Yeah, but it was also like, who's Artisan? He's my son, Art.
It's my art. Art is son.
Thank you.
Pay attention.
You make it for me.
Art is son, art is life.
So that the Wagyu
Banksy's
steak.
in Ukraine, by the way. I don't know if you saw. That's,
What part?
someone was like, Banksy was rumored to be in Ukraine, and this proves he is.
Oh.
I saw that like yesterday.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, did somebody see him?
Well, I don't think they know what he looks like.
Okay, so how do they know?
Well, they saw Banksy.
Did he sign it?
I don't know.
I'm poking a lot of holes in this.
Yeah. The Wagyu.
I'm not Banksy. So if you guys thought,
I mean, if you say so.
thought it was me,
Well,
he's
yeah,
not.
you're not
keep
in
saying
Ukraine.
I keep
Yeah.
saying it's
You're not in Ukraine. You can't
guys,
be.
do the math. It can't be me. I'm in America. I can't be Banksy. Enough. It's settled. Thank you. This is the last I want to hear about it. Move on.
The Wagyu steak, good. The mushrooms that came with the Wagyu steak,
Everything on that was so good.
fucking awesome.
They
P.F. Chang's knows how to do mushrooms.
Yeah.
Because they got tons
Yeah.
of mushrooms in their, again, the beef lo mein, the thing I get every time.
I was
They
wondering
got
why
good
when we were at
mushrooms.
the restaurant, you're like, P.F. Chang's knows how to do a good mushroom. And I'm like,
I thought you just ate one and was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
all of them are this good, I'm sure. All of these mushrooms are Banksy.
Wait, you were listening?
all these mushrooms are
Banksy confirmed 7 new murals in Ukraine.
Wow.
The steak was great. It was like sometimes it had like a little like burnt kind of like flavor
Like a
seared
charred
into
end
it.
kind of
Yeah,
thing,
God,
yeah.
it was so good.
Yeah.
Almost in that brisket territory.
Yeah.
With the black
But the
crisps.
glaze was
The
so
glaze
good.
was good. The seasoning.
There was like a
God damn.
chimichurri or something that was like a
That was good too.
like
It
a
kinda
spread or like a
elevated
relish
it.
or something.
I
It was
only,
really
I
good.
only had it a couple
Yeah,
times.
it's very good. So what would you rate it, Jordan? What do you think?
Jeez.
You can include the drink as well because I feel like even though it's not on this list, it's part of their menu.
It was
so
on
we
the
should.
menu.
Yep.
I think this might be the best like
Wow.
dining experience we've had going to a sit down place.
Which is so crazy too, because not that we usually anticipate a good experience, but sometimes there are expectations. I feel like this is one of the most we just sort of showed up.
Yes.
And
Right.
then as we
This
were
is like-
dining, it dawned on us like how incredible it
This was like going to see Cabin in the Woods, where I knew nothing about
That's
the
great.
movie.
And you thought at best it won't be terrible.
Yeah.
And then you went, this is fucking cool.
Yeah, I'm having a great time.
You're like, why are there scientists in P.F. Chang?
Yeah.
What's going on?
This one really wants a merman to
Why's
show
the
up.
merman here? Why is the merman crawling across the floor, killing the manager who keeps giving us these drinks? No, I was his favorite.
Little did you know his money was on you to die first. Anyway, I'm gonna give it a 92.
92.
Nice.
It was a great time.
Wow. All right.
And
In
some
the
great
spirit
food.
of Jordan, I cannot disagree on this momentous day. Could this be the highest rating Face Jam's ever received? I don't know, Eric. You do the math. 95.
Whoa.
It's a 93.5, which I don't know if that makes it the top, but boy, it's up there.
I think it's up there.
Let me tell you, as we like to do this every now and then, regardless of the score at 2022.
Yes.
That's probably
20,
that,
yes.
that should be the highest rated.
Right.
I bet it isn't.
I would say,
and we probably made some mistakes in the past.
every new year, like drop all the old ones.
I almost feel like
the scale changes.
Well, the problem, Jordan, is every year there's a new year, new me.
Yeah.
Like, there's a new year, new you.
Yeah.
And
sometimes
so now
that new year, new me is going all the way into August.
Right. This new year is 3 years long now.
Right.
But sometimes you can't compare new me to old numbers.
Right.
And so it's
Exactly.
crazy. But it was fucking good.
I would even say if we went to this P.F. Chang's and had this
Did you
experience,
stop and look at Nick? He was going,
Yeah, he's making grumbles over there.
Oh, doghouse.
Yeah, that one was good.
It's a hot dog.
I would
I
say
don't
in
understand.
in 2020, early 2020, pre-pandemic 2020, if we went to P.F. Chang's and had this experience, I'd probably still give it a 90.
wow.
Something in the 90s still.
But I bet you'd have more to say.
I would probably find some way to harm them.
You would.
But I mean, I just
Because life hadn't knocked you down yet. And so
I'm looking for
right. And you're
things to enjoy.
2020, early 2020, you're looking around going, nothing's going wrong. Time to stir shit up.
Here's the thing. Everything
go
that
on.
we ate and everything that we had was right around $200, which for 4 of us with the amount we drank and like the amount we ate and
That's
the
a
time
good
we
time.
had,
Yeah, that's-
that is not crazy.
Drinks
50
will
bucks
rack
for
up.
people?
Yeah.
Drinks will rack up.
So if
quick.
you take the drinks out, it's a lot cheaper, but I would really recommend doing this. If you're just looking to get out, I would recommend it for like a lunch. You can do a dinner if you want, but I think there's a different expectation with dinner. I think it's a lot looser for
just
lunch.
get like the egg rolls.
Yep.
Right. And then just like to share and then each get one meal.
Yep.
That's fine.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's
I
easy.
could have eaten so much more of that.
Oh, me too.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm like comfortable. I feel good.
Right. I'm not because I want more.
Okay.
Because I'm a glutton.
All right.
he wants more and it makes him uncomfortable.
Here it
Right.
is. Snack attack time.
That's a banana.
Bug Kings and Sauce Monkey. Saw these at a gas station and thought they'd be right up your alley. If you love them, great. If you hate them, even better. Also, I thought Monkey would like this new toy for all his execution needs. Thanks for all the great times, Moose.
Dude,
Thank you, Moose.
Do not tell me he's getting a gun.
Here's the
What do you got?
snack.
Okay.
It's pepperoni pizza combos.
Oh,
not
okay.
crazy.
Hang on.
Okay.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, is that your son?
This is an easy one.
No.
Now here is
The crazy one? Oh, this is the
Mushroom
toy.
pizza.
Whoa! It's got branding.
Okay, so it's like a Nerf gun, and it's got
Cool.
it's Face Jam branded.
It's got the monkey on
It's got
it.
that monkey on it. That's cool. Stop pointing it at your face.
Hang on.
I hope it's not loaded. Oh, so much ammo.
It's the ammo, by the way, are just little foam balls.
Yep.
And Nick went.
This thing is pretty powerful.
Yeah,
He
there's a lot.
keeps
hang on.
looking down the barrel. Yeah, but what is there to see in there? Is my question. If you pull the trigger and it fires, what is the reason to ever look inside of it? I don't understand.
So, thank you, Moose. Execution style monkey stuff. That's pretty.
That's a good gift.
That's a hell of a gun.
That's a real good. That's not even a gift. That's a get.
Yeah, that's big time.
Oh,
So thank you,
yeah.
Moose.
That's a big
That's a
time.
good
That's a
one.
Jam's giving.
And also the
Damn,
card that he
Jam's
sent
got.
says, "Thanks a bunch," and it's bananas.
I got it.
But pepperoni pizza combos. Have you guys had these before?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
It's like the most common
Yeah,
combo known to man.
100%. I mostly did this one because the gun's pretty sick.
Here's like pizza.
Here's what I'm gonna say about combos because I accidentally did this.
I like the cheese one better.
I agree, but this is still good. I mean, there is cheese. but
Monkey's
it's cheese and
firing
pepperoni.
off over here.
He's going crazy. What I
giggling
don't
too much.
appreciate
Mm-hmm.
is combos. There's like they make ones that have like a different shell.
Yes.
Yeah, sometimes they're pretzel, sometimes they're
It's funny because usually I feel like it doesn't matter. Like this one's a cracker.
Yeah.
So this one isn't the pretzel.
It's like
but
a-
I think a standard combo is a pretzel, right?
I believe it is, yeah. It's pretzel
Okay.
with the cheese whiz in it.
But this one doesn't taste that off, even though it's a cracker. But I have grabbed combos from like the gas station on a road trip. It's the only time I ever eat them is when you're driving
Yeah.
like hours and it's like,
I need a
like,
food.
Like I want something, but not something sugary.
It's
Yeah.
a
So
gas
that's-
station food,
It's
man.
it's pretzels, but there's some other shit in it.
Yep.
And I was driving away so disappointed. I was like,
no.
"What am I eating? No!" And it was like it was cracker, but it tasted like a Ritz cracker with like cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And I'm just going, wait, why Why even make this combo?
I would just get Ritz
I don't even
crackers.
understand why you'd make this a combo.
Of all the combos could combo. They comboed their own
cheated.
combo.
I felt fucking cheated. I saw combos and just grabbed it, and then I got in the car. I was like, "You're no combo, you piece of shit. You're like a fucking Walking Dead spinoff." Yeah, I've been tricked into watching like the 5th show.
Fear the
Terrible.
combos.
Right.
Fear the combos.
That's it. These are good.
Yeah, pepperoni pizza combos, I think, are probably like the upper tier of the combo, kind of like gas station snack kind
I'm
of thing.
still always going to take pretzel over crackers.
Oh, me
Yeah.
too.
That's just
I
me.
agree. So
And
what
these are-
would
and
you
these are crackers.
what would you rate it?
But solid taste. Good pepperoni taste. I mean, it tastes like pepperoni pizza. They did their job.
What I like is that it tastes like shitty pepperoni pizza.
Yeah.
Well, that it does.
So it feels like it's even more from a gas station. I'm going to give it a 63.
You know what? I'm gonna say 60.
Okay.
It's incredible how you like after done eating it, it feels like you just ate a pepperoni.
And a lot of that is the cracker.
61.5. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you want to send us snacks, you can, like
Yo.
Moose. You don't have to send the monkey any guns.
That was a good
At this
Yep.
point,
that was
we have
good
enough.
food. That was just good food.
It was a good time.
That was
It was
like-
a good one today.
It was a good time.
Yep.
I don't was that a bad face jam?
It
Was it,
It might
bad?
have
Was
been.
it bad
Yeah.
because we
Yeah, because
liked,
it was
liked the
good.
restaurant and
Yeah.
the food was good?
Yeah, it was a
and
bad
everyone
episode.
listening going, well, that was a waste of my time.
Yep.
Well, it's
wow.
it's
Ooh,
okay.
It's good. Great.
Everyone can point to this episode and be like, this is all downhill from here.
Yep. If you want to send us snacks, you can. Face Jam, care of Eric Bedour, 1901 East 51st Street, Austin, Texas, 78723. You can follow at Face Jam Pod on Instagram and on Twitter to stay up to date with everything. Spit and Silly is out next week. Don't forget to email facejamPod@roosterteeth.com with your food conundrums for things like
and watch the live stream.
that's there. By the time they hear this, it's going to be over.
Right, but they can still watch it.
It'll probably be up somewhere. We're doing
Well, no, watch it live though. I'm saying they should watch it live.
okay.
Go back in
If they're
time.
seeing hang on.
Okay.
If they're seeing it in the realm of the Giants,
Uh-huh.
it may not have happened yet.
Okay. All right.
It's true.
So it
yeah.
depends.
Yeah, time does
Okay?
get a little wonky.
I'm just
there.
saying.
Yeah.
Have you ever met your own son before
Face Jam
he was
Trucked
born?
Up is out
because
now.
Loki did.
Face
He's a
Jam-
snake.
It's true.
Face Jam Trucked Up is out now on Rooster Teeth. Go check it out. The first episode is out. The second episode will come out Thursday. I think every Thursday there'll be
that's
new
what you
episodes.
think.
6 episodes. Check them out. Face Jam.
Wait until you talk to the world serpent. He's gonna set you straight.
Face
He's
Jam
eating
Trucked
his
Up
own ass.
is not a cooking show. Well, it is a cooking show. We don't cook. We eat.
Yeah.
It's an eating
We're-
show.
Face
Where
Jam itself is
there
an eating
is
show.
cooking. Just
Yes,
not by
we just
us.
we just don't do it because when it was pitched to us and they said you guys cook and we said fuck no. They said what if you guys eat and we said fuck yes.
Yeah,
and
'cause that's
then,
what we do anyway.
Yeah.
And so we
And
eat
then we
judge.
said, what if we get 4 food trucks? And they went, and then we showed up and there was 2.
2.
So that
Yep.
50% is pretty good, though.
Absolutely. Good batting
Good to
average.
know we have that
Also,
poll.
also people can learn to share.
Yeah.
So in
And
a way,
they did have to.
well,
They learned. They like any good learning experience.
Boy.
They started off not knowing how to do it.
Well, someone thought they were supposed to do something.
Watch that first
but
episode.
that-
I watched.
but that person
I
learned.
watched it with him today, and he went. I really thought that we were supposed to do that, and
Hey,
it was
hey,
like, oh, I know.
I remember looking at him when he said it.
Yep. So the first episode is out now on Rooster Teeth, but also I think it's on YouTube. So
Oh,
you should
better be.
watch the first episode on
Well,
YouTube.
that's what you got to do. You
The
got to
rest
give
will
it
be
out
on
for
first.
free, and then
Yeah.
you
You get
trick
a
'em.
taste.
That's why you give them
You get
the
a
drugs
taste.
for free the first hit, and then you charge them.
Face Jam
Is that
Trucked
what
Up,
we're doing?
I think is
Are we selling drugs now?
yeah. I think
Might as well
that's
be.
maybe the best show that we've ever made. It's fucking. It looks like a real show and it feels like a real show. It's really.
Is this
fun.
not a real show?
Oh, I meant
This
like
is
TV
real.
show.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Let me tell you, the length is real.
About
good length.
they're all about 40 minutes long.
That's
I
a
think
good
so.
length, man. That's
and it flies. Like man, I really.
don't make promises you can't keep.
No, I liked it. I watched.
When
I
you're
watched the
saying-
first episode. a bunch
okay,
of times.
I'm just saying there's a difference
I
between
watched
I
it.
liked 40 minutes and 40 minutes flew.
It went. It
I
flew.
watched it. My
Wow.
screen was on the ground the whole
Would
time.
you say, hang on, what did the noise you just made? It did what? It did that, or did it do this one?
Hang on.
Do it
Wait.
right. Do it right.
Hang on.
Do it right.
Because I can do.
That's still pretty loud.
It's
And
not.
you are
It's
right in
not
the
that it
microphone.
isn't loud. It's that it's that
not
it's
Is
wavering.
this like a two-tone
Yeah.
waver
It's that
thing?
it's wavering is what makes it sad.
Right.
If he could maintain that loudness, it'd be good.
Yeah.
I just asked him to do it because I saw him doing it when we were doing Truck
Yeah,
Up.
he did it on the
And
show.
it's a
and it was-
whistle
I've been
he's
practicing,
doing where
but
he's
it's like,
like
it's not-
yanking his lips
It was
and
right
pulling
in,
him down.
It was right in my ear.
It's a weird thing. What's funny is it's a weird thing I've never seen before, and then I saw you doing it, and I've seen it like twice since then.
See?
Really?
It's a real thing.
It's like people squishing their fucking face.
There's two schools of it.
I just get a phone.
The lip pull and then the two fingers in the mouth.
I can regular whistle, but
I text or
it's hard. Anyway, that's the show.
I
Check out
said
Face Jam.
yo's.
I do.
Check out Trucked Up.
Remember that app yo?
No, I don't.
It's just an app where you send yo's to people.
Jordan, how come you won't accept my walkie-talkie so I can walkie-talkie you at any time? Like
sorry.
3 a.m.
Oh, sorry. It's been off. Here, let me turn it on for you.
Oh, do you want a walkie-talkie? I also probably didn't send you.
Let me add friends real quick.
Oh, please. I don't even know how to do that. I bluffed.
Swear science.
And that's what I said to the old lady.
Rate and subscribe and tell a friend about the show.
See what I said to her?
Where we eat food and rate the food. Thank you for listening as always. Goodbye.